Hi everybody and welcome to Budget with Tiffany. I'm Tiffany. I'm so excited to have you here today. I am going to be doing my final cash unstuffing for the month of March and my first cash stuffing for the month of April. So super excited about that. So we did just get back from our trip on Friday. It was super fun. We had a lot of fun, obviously. It was super fun. We had a lot of fun. Did a lot of stuff and also rested a lot, which was much needed and everything. And then just as an update on DJ's brother, he is still with us, definitely declining. So, you know, the nurses and stuff keep kind of saying it could be at any minute that he passes, but we, we're happy for every moment we get to be with him, and, as long as he's obviously not suffering or anything. So, but yeah, it was kind of nice to come home from our trip and be able to still go see him yesterday and everything, but it was still hard, going and seeing him and seeing how much of a decline he had made in like a week's time. So that was sad, but yeah, so. But moving on from that, just because I don't want to focus on that too much, yeah, we had a good time, got lots of transactions, mostly from our travel category because we were traveling. So up first from our variable expense binder, before we left on our trip, we went over to DJ's parents' house, and DJ ended up getting some Jimmy John's for him and his mom. So I just took that out of our eating out category, even though I didn't actually have any, but happy to, they always usually treat us, so happy to treat them. So it was $29.19, and I think I just rounded it up to 30, so I'm gonna take 50 and give myself back 20. So we've got 130. And then from our pet binder, we paid for our pet sitter, ended up being $326.99, so I rounded that up to $327. Get to, and so let's see, we've got $525. So of course we're definitely gonna have to break the 500. So 500 minus 327 is 173. So let me break this 500. So I got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So we'll take 100, 50, 60, 70, 273. So we should have 198. So 150, 70, 80, 95, 97, 98, which is correct. And then let's see, my 1-year renewal for YouTube Premium came up. So I did that, and it was $152.62. So we had 155. So I'll give myself back $2. And then I bought something that I'll share later on Etsy. It was a downloadable for $3.50. So I'll come to Shop Small, and I believe, so I've got 20, 35, 38. Yes, I did. $38 minus 4. Yep. So I did $4. So take 5, give myself back 1. So I got 20, 32, 33, 34. And then kind of go through all the different expenses for travel. Some of these are not actually written down on the day that we spent them, so they're slightly out of order, but so we flew out on Sunday and DJ picked up some Dunkin' Donuts at the airport. I grabbed some sushi for lunch at the airport, and then when we landed, or no, DJ got some something else to eat at like a sandwich or something. So at the airport for $26.24, and then when we landed, we went, got the rental car, and drove to the hotel that we were staying at, that his friend was putting us up in, and we were staying with his friend. And so we went and grabbed some In-N-Out, and we treated his friend. And then that night they went and grabbed some beer and some other snacks to have in the hotel room, because it was like a extended stay, corporate housing-esque, you know, hotel with like a kitchen and stuff. So, and then on Monday, DJ and I ran over to Aldi and picked up a couple other snacks. It was like in the same plaza that the hotel was in, which was kind of nice. He wanted to get some lunch. I had eaten breakfast in the hotel. They had like free breakfast in the morning, so I wasn't really hungry. So he got some, I think they were like taquitos or something. And then we'll skip the concessions for now. We went to, I think it's on the next page. It's one of the ones I think that ended up on the wrong page, but we were going to the baseball game, the Padres game, that night, Tuesday night. Oh, that's what, I was like, wait, we're already to Tuesday. So Monday night after DJ got the taquitos and stuff, we went out to dinner with his friend to a Persian restaurant that was, I'm not sure exactly where in San Diego it was, but it was really, really good. And we had like kebabs and rice and some kind of, it wasn't like hummus, it was like a yogurt dip thing that was really good. I can't remember what it was called, but that was super good. And we were both tired and stuff, and so we came home and just hung out in the hotel room that night. And then Tuesday we were going to the baseball game that night. So I, again, had gotten up kind of early and grabbed breakfast at the hotel. DJ and his friend went to, or all three of us went to this cafe for breakfast. They ate, I did not. And then DJ also got Dunkin' Donuts. And then on our way before we went to the game, we kind of drove around. We went to Old Town, San Diego, and then we drove up along the coast and just kind of walked along, found a place to park and walked around and stuff, and that was super cool. And there wasn't really a place to go down to the water, so we just looked out over the ocean, and it was really breezy and a little chilly. It was like only like in the low 60s, which compared to what we were having in Minnesota was warmer, but it was still like kind of chilly with the temperature or wind blowing the cooler water air. And then we left there and went to kind of near downtown and parked our car and went to a brewery. We got some nachos to share, and then we got a dessert that was really good. And then DJ's friend had told them about this. It was like a Japanese sushi restaurant that has, I'm pretty sure they were fake cherry blossom trees inside the bar. But we sat at the bar, and DJ got like some Japanese whiskey, and we just kind of enjoyed that. And then we walked from there to the ballpark. It was like a 30-minute walk. Went to the game. It was super fun. The Padres won, which it was the Padres against the Guardians, and I don't particularly care about either team, but it was fun. And like, if we don't really care, we'll root for the home team. So we were happy that the Padres won. And then we just walked back to the car and came back to the hotel and just kind of hung out. And the hotel was nice because besides having like the kitchen and stuff, it had 2 separate bedrooms. So his friend stayed in one room and we stayed in the other, but we had like the communal living room area so we could just like hang out. Plus like in the morning, since I was up so early, I could go hang out in the living room and not bother anybody. And then if they stayed up later than I did, which was pretty much every night, they weren't bothering me. Wednesday, we all went and got breakfast together. I held off because we knew we were going to get breakfast, so I didn't get breakfast at the car or at the hotel. DJ ran out of deodorant, so he ran to CVS and got deodorant. Oh, so that comes out of toiletries, so I got to grab that as well. And then he also bought, I think, a snack, so that came out of travel. We got In-N-Out again. Oh, wait. Yeah, so Wednesday night, which was not In-N-Out, we went up to Orange County for just a few hours and met up with his friends' parents at their house and had dinner. So that was a lot of fun. And then we drove back to San Diego. And then Thursday in the morning, we just kind of relaxed in the morning. His friend had to work, and then and he works for himself, so kind of was a little bit whatever schedule he wanted to do. And then we went to La Jolla Beach, and there was like a beach that had like seals, and they were super cute. And we got to walk down onto the beach, not the beach where the seals were, they had that cordoned off, but there was like a different beach. And so DJ went and put his feet in the water. I did not, it was too cold. And then we met up with his friend again and grabbed some In-N-Out. And then that night we went to a Mexican restaurant down on the water, kind of overlooking the San Diego skyline, so that was super pretty. And then Friday morning, I had breakfast in the hotel again, so DJ picked up like a couple of donuts, and then at the airport I got some lunch at Qdoba. DJ got like a bagel or something, and then we had to pay for the gas for the rental car before we dropped it off. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff. It was a lot of fun. Like Monday, it was very low key. I was super tired because I'd been up, Sunday early, like I normally do Central Time, but then, I was probably up, like went to bed probably like 10:30 Pacific Time, but of course that felt like midnight to me. And then I was still waking up at like 6 o'clock Pacific Time, which was sleeping in for me for like 8 o'clock Central Time, but like I was just really tired, so I ended up taking a nap like later in the day. And then we just kind of was more low-key Monday, and which was much needed between everything going on with DJ's brother and just work and stuff. It was nice just to have a very low-key day that we didn't really do much. And then, Tuesday and Thursday were kind of more go out and do stuff, and Wednesday was a little more low-key with going up to the Orange County and stuff. So let me grab, and I don't know if I'll post any pictures with this video because I'm already late in filming this video, because normally I post it on Sunday morning and it's currently Sunday afternoon when I'm filming this. So I'm probably just gonna get it edited and uploaded. And then, but I did actually start an Instagram account for my channels, and I have posted a couple pictures from our trip there. So I'll link to my Instagram handle in the description and probably post it if I remember, when I'm editing in the video. So I'll probably post some more pictures there from the trip. So, not sure how great I'm gonna be at posting on Instagram. I'm gonna try, but I had a personal account for a while and I never really posted, so I deleted it. But gonna try to be better with the one for this account. So, so for toiletries, we just had that purchase for $9.49 at CVS. So it looks like I rounded down to 9. So 5, 7, 9. So we got 50, 70, 80, 91. And then everything else, and I should have written it down, but everything else comes out of travel. So we've got $396.88 coming out of travel, and the only thing that isn't on here, I believe, is the rental car, because it hadn't charged, like fully charged, because they like put a hold on the credit card when we rented the car and like picked it up, but then when we dropped it off was when they were officially going to charge it, but it hasn't come through yet. So so we've got 100, 200, 300, 350, 70, 90, 294, 96, 97. And I'm gonna do a condensing right after this. So, and DJ's friend covered the hotel and he bought a lot of our food, so that's why our trip expenses weren't very high. And then, like I said, we still have to pay for the rental car. But so we got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 100, 200, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 490, 500, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55, 65, 75, 77, 79, 81, 83, 85, 87, 88, 89, 91. So $4,591. But yeah, I'm glad, since it's Sunday, I'm glad I have tomorrow off, because I took Monday off. But it was really nice to get away, have a break, see a friend. So we should have $918.65. I put $100 in here to make change. So we got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 20, 40, 50, 5, 65, 75, 85, 87, 89, 91, 93, 95, 97, 99, 01, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So perfect. So now that I've got that done, I'm gonna do my cash condensing, which I always love getting to do this part. So I'm gonna skip most of what's in our variable expense binder. The only one I'm gonna do is spending. So we got 20, 30, 40, 55, 57, 58. Put all this down, or all that down, grab a 50, so I've got 58. I think I forgot to mention at the beginning that I'm also doing the cash condensing, but since it's the end of the month, beginning of the month, in our house and pet binder, see for drops, we've got 50, 65, so nothing we can do there. Got 70 in gutters, we're all good there. Home insurance, you got $500, $600, $700, $860. So all set there. Home maintenance, we've got $1,000, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900, and $2,000. I have another one of those. Oh, so just leave that. Home miscellaneous, we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, 97. So 497. So let's swap that for a 50, and we still have 497. Home projects, we've got 10,000, 15,000, 16,000, 500, 600, 700, 50, 70, 90, 800. $20, $30, $40, no, 30, that would be 30, 5, 37, so 16,837. Outdoors, we've got 200, 325, which is correct. Property taxes, we've got $2,106. Roof, we've got 20, 40, 60, 85, 95, 100. And pet food, we've got 50, 70, 85, 86, so we're all good there. Litter, we've got 20, 35, 37, 38, so nothing we can do there. Medicine, we've got 20, 30, 45. Just swap those 2 10s for a 20. Pet sitting, got 150, 70, 80, 90, 95, 97, 98, so 198. And then we've got $1,000 in vet. Which I'm taking Q's to the vet on Monday, tomorrow, so next week that'll get thinned back out. Credit card fees, we've got 190, so we're all good there. Car insurance, we've got 100, 200, 50, 70, 80, 95, 300. Then we got 5, 7, 9, 10. So 310 for car insurance. Car registration, we've got 150, so we're all good there. Christmas, we've got 70, so nothing there. Coaching fees, we've got 104. Gifts, we've got 150. Hair, we've got 20, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Massage, we've got 100, 50, 70, 95, so nothing we can do there. Tax prep fees, we just got a 20. You need a budget, we just got $2. And yoga, we've got 40, so all all good on the rest of those. Our longer term sinking funds binder and car maintenance, we've got 1,000, 100, 200, 350. So 1,350. Clothing, we've got 100, 250, 70, 80, 95, 97, 99, 300. Coaching, got 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90, 400, and 27. I was kind of laughing when I was telling DJ on our trip, the only places we went to twice were, or he went to Dunkin' Donuts twice, once at the airport and once in San Diego, and then we went to In-N-Out twice. So yeah, I mean, In-N-Out, obviously we can only get it on the West Coast, and then DJ just loves donuts. So for health, we've got 300, 10, 15, 20, 22, 24, 25. So 325. New car, we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 5, 95, 500. Opportunities, we've got 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 50, 70, 90, 1,000. And I think I might just do 100 because I'm planning to get my Costco membership tomorrow, and I'm just gonna take the 65 for the membership out of this, so I'll just leave it so that I don't have to break 1,000, which probably should have done with the vet too, since I know I'm gonna use that, but eh. So tattoo, we've got 100, 50, 70, 95, 200. Technology, we've got 100, 50, 70, 90, 200. 20, 30, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50. So we got 250. Toiletries, we've got 91. And then travel, got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 100, 200, actually 20, 30, or 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. Got 10, 15, 20, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1. So 4,550, 70, 91. So 4,591. And then in the business binder, equipment is empty. Giveaways, we've got 38, so we're all good there. HP ink, we've got 16. Materials, we've got 100, so we're all good there. Miscellaneous is empty. P.O. Box, we've got 50, 70, 95, 96. It's all good there. Shipping is 13, so all good there. Shop small, we've got 34, so we just swap those for a 2. Taxes, we've got 100, 25, 27, 28, so all good there. And then we just got $2 for YouTube Premium. And then the only other thing I was going to condense was our Friday challenge. So we've got 100, 50, 70, 90, 200, 5, 10, 15, 17, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25, so $225. So that is all of the condensing. So yeah, so let me pause real quick and get reset up to do our cash stuffing, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we've got our cash stuffing, and we've got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 510, 530, 550, 570, 590, 610, 630, 650, 60, 70, 80, 90, 700, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 47, 49, 51. So $1,751. Pretty sure I did not ask how you all were doing. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys had a good weekend and hopefully have a great week this week. Obviously, whenever you get back from vacation, it's kind of like, yeah, all the stuff you need to do, laundry and groceries and all that stuff. And then, like I said, I decided to take tomorrow off, so I get one extra day, but then that also means I have to squeeze all my work stuff and getting caught up from work into like 4 days, but it'll also bring the weekend a little faster, which will be nice. So up first, we have our variable expense binders. So for dates, we have $50, which is our cap for our rollover, and we didn't put any money in here last week. So we're just gonna add in $25 for this coming week. So now we've got 75 in here. Eating out, we did put some extra money in here just since we weren't sure if we'd eat out like before we got left for our trip and all that stuff. So we have 130 and 100 is our cap. So I'm gonna take the 30 out, and then I'm gonna add in $60 for this coming week. So now we've got 160. Gas, so we did not spend, or I did not spend my gas money in the month of March. So I'm gonna take the 40 out, and then I'm gonna put in 40 for this upcoming month. Groceries, we've got 50, 60, 72, 74, 75. And I'm gonna add in 80 for this coming week. So we got 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, 55. So 155 in groceries. My food, I didn't put anything in here for last week, so I'm just gonna add the 15 for this coming week. And then spending, we're adding in 10. So we got 50, 65, 67, 68. And then some slight changes I am making. I am putting in my longer term challenges into like savings for like our brokerage and stuff like that into this binder. So up first we've got our Friday challenge, and first I need to remove the challenge from here. Our 225, and we're adding $4 in for this week. So we've got 200, 25, 27, 29. And you can get this Friday challenge from Becca at BeccaBudget777. Then up next, which I forgot to actually punch the holes, that's the word I'm trying to say, before I started this video. But also from Becca at BeccaBudget777, it's her 2025 and 2025 challenge. Decided I wanted to do this, and so I am going to be adding, where is it? $72 in for this week. So 72. And let's see. So I'm gonna do 11, 25, 7, 24, and 5. So the first 5 numbers. Okay, so got our first 5 numbers, so super excited about that. And then another new challenge I'm adding in here is a save $10,000 challenge, and this is from Amazing Alue. Sorry if that's not how you actually say it. I found this on Etsy, and so I am going to be doing $380 today. So I got 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 80, 300, and that was 90, so 80. Yeah. Okay. And we are gonna do the 80, 120, and 180. So this has like 12 different sections in it, and each section saves a different amount, but in the end, once you finish all 12 sections, it saves $10,000, so super excited about that. So these last 3 challenges are all gonna be going hopefully towards brokerage account to save up for retirement. I'm gonna get a couple other challenge or envelopes to stuff. In our home binder, we've got our home projects, which is getting $125. So now we've got 10,000, 15,000, 16,000, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 20, 40, 55, 57, or 62. So $16,962. And then up last, we've got roof. We're adding 25. So we've got 125 in here. Longer term sinking funds binder for new car, we're adding in $125. So we got 625. And for mini Mondays, we are adding in $50. Our debt binder, we are adding $250. That's from this week. We had some money from what we didn't spend before our trip, but we didn't do our debt binder. And then we're adding in $20, $40, $60, $70 for what we didn't spend this last week. So I have a pretty good amount of money to work with in our debt binder. And then in our travel binder, we are doing $125. And I bumped this up a little bit because I am planning to go to the budget convention that Chrissy from Mom Life Co. is planning for August of 2026. So I wanted to put a little extra aside into our travel to help pay for that, because that's something a little bit more out of the ordinary, and maybe my Etsy money will help be able to pay for some of that too. But and eventually I'm getting close to getting my first YouTube payout, so hopefully that will help as well. And then last but not least, in our long-term sinking funds savings challenge binder, we are doing $365, which should be the rest of this. We got 100, 200, 300, 50, 65. So yeah, so got some new changes that I think I kind of mentioned before I left. So I'm gonna do Mondays is gonna be mini Monday in our travel binder, and then I think on like Wednesday and Thursday, I haven't figured out. I think like Wednesday I'm gonna do, or maybe it was Thursday and Friday, something like that, one of those two. One of the days I'm gonna do the debt binder, and the other day I'm gonna do the long-term savings binder. So I'm gonna go down to 4 videos for the most part. Occasionally there'll be an extra video every now and then. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.